straight into this. I don't have a whole lot of time, but how you guys doing so far? Awesome. Well, guys, I wanted to start off. I had the best part, I think, of this session. Talking about this goal setting worksheet. You know, what a lot of you guys have seen from Ms. Lauren Bradshaw, Ms. Patty McPherson, comes directly from a gentleman named Paul J. Meyer. How many of you guys have heard of him before? Paul J. Meyer, to this day, puts everyone who graduates from high school in Salado, Texas, that doesn't have a baby before they get out of high school or get addicted to drugs, every person gets a full ride scholarship to college because of this gentleman. Passed away back in December of 2009. This gentleman today owns over 70% of the Cayman Islands. While he was alive, he pioneered the life insurance industry. While he was alive, he pioneered so many of the personal development. He's the godfather of all personal development. This master dream list, this wheel of life, all these things come from this gentleman who, the year he died, he actually mentored Mr. Josh Denny, that you know. Jeff McPherson got a chance to spend some time with him. The year he died, gave over $400 million away to charity.
Wow.
It's crazy. He told Josh tells me the story, he's like, I was trying to give all my money away. Before I died, I really had this goal of giving all my money away. And he was telling Josh, like, concerned, like, I can't do it. I keep trying to give it away, but just more keeps coming in. And he was making over $1 million a day. He just couldn't give it away fast enough. And this is where this stuff comes from. So, we didn't write this. We didn't, have a couple of us get together. This comes from a gentleman who was born, who lived in junkyards in a tent with his immigrant parents, who came from nothing to leaving behind more money in his estate today, still goes out there and makes more money than they can spend to this day. I want to help you understand, I know some of us, not all of us, some of you guys are playing all out, but how many of you guys agree you get back what you put out? The reality is all of the things that you're going to learn today, the content itself is amazing, but you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Right? And my personal belief is that we as human beings can do anything we want to do. Patty does such an amazing job of talking about what we can go out there and create. Personally, I believe it comes from the fact that human beings are God's highest form of creation. I personally, but I don't ask you about my life, but I believe that human beings are more than just an evolved form of the animal kingdom. And what's amazing is if you look, I was reading Genesis a little bit ago, and I just want to start with this, and in that book, it actually defines who God is. Who is God? What is God? He's a creator. In the very beginning of the book, it talks about how God's just kind of hanging out. Not a whole lot going on, and I don't know if he's bored or just wanted to set some stuff up, and he's like, I'm going to create some stuff. And he just kind of says, let there be light. And there was light. And he just started making stuff. Made the world, made animals, made water, made light, made all this stuff, made us. 6 days. And then he sits back after he makes you and I, and he kind of sits back and says, yeah, that's pretty good. Just kind of rests. And what's amazing is then he goes on to say that he makes you in his image. And what's amazing is if you look at who God is, and God's a creator, and if he makes you in his image, what does that make you? That would make you a creator too, just by right of creation. And what's amazing is if you come from that, and it's so crazy when you really think about how you are designed to be a creator. And you can create whatever you like. How do you create? How does God create? With his words. Let there be light, and there was light. He said, in the beginning, the Word specifically was with God, and the Word was God. He wasn't separated from his Word. So he said something, and it was. Why do you and I get to go out there and accomplish the things that we want to do? Why is it that we get to go out there and live the life that we like to? Because we say so. You just say it. And you go out there and you say, here's what I want to do. And then you say, what do I have to do to do it? And then you just go bring it into existence. At one point, this room that we're sitting in was an idea in a man's head. He thought about it, and wrote it down, said, I'm going to make a big tent here. I'm going to build a hotel. I just said, who ordained you to build a hotel? Nobody. I'm going to go do it. Watch. Either jump on board or get out of the way. And lo and behold, there's a hotel, and here we all are. And the seat that you're sitting in was once a thought in someone's head. And so I want to take you through a goal planning worksheet right now, which breaks down the process of how do you go from idea to reality. And guys, this portion right here, if you flip to this goal planning part, this right here I can tell you is how I've accomplished every goal I've set. This is taking me from being broke, making less than $14,000 a year, to more than that a week. And here's where it all starts, this goal planning worksheet. This right here you can set in any area of life. This is one of the biggest things Paul J. Meyer that impacted me more than anything else. How many of you guys know a lot of people that are avid goal setters and not so much goal achievers? Right? There's a difference between being a goal setter and a goal achiever. And the difference is in how you start with it. And I want to help you guys set yourself up to start in the right place so that you can finish and actually accomplish what you set your mind to. Does that make sense? Yes. So I want all of you guys to pick a goal. And guys, here's the thing. It doesn't have to, whatever you like to be. Pick the area of your life and try from this. And maybe it's your physical health. Maybe it's your business. Personally, I recommend today, since we're here together, let's make it a business goal. Let's set your goal for where you'd like to be. Let's say by May 1st and 2nd. Right? We got a convention coming up about 90 days. Mission 90 coming up right here. Right? You'd be amazed what you can accomplish inside of 90 days. But area would be business. Today's date, 25th. Final target date, May 1st. Here's how you set a goal. Now, here's the thing. How many of you guys know some people that at the start of 2014 said, this is going to be my year. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life this year. How many of you guys know people right now who like being in great shape is like for sure a good idea to them? Yeah. Right? Most people, you ask them, hey, how would you like to be in the best shape of your life? They'd be like, that sounds great. Nobody's going to say, I just like to be fat. I like to wake up with low energy when I start my day. I like to need coffee like every day at 2 o'clock. I mean, that's like, right? None of us like that. Right? But why do we live in the most obese society on the planet? Because there's a difference. When most people set a goal, it's like a good idea. Right? What's the difference between a wish and a goal? It starts here. You want to set what is called a SMART goal. S-M-A-R-T. It's something that is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, with a deadline, a time element attached to it. Right? It is specific. So let's just say your goal would be to go out there and become a platinum by May 1st. Right? Understand? Here's what you do. First thing you start with when writing a goal is you want to make it in present tense. Where most people get off on the wrong foot in goal setting is they say, someday I'd like to. Right? And that's in the future. All of the power is right now. Right? And then tomorrow there's going to be another right now. So everything that you write in goal setting is always in the present tense. So here's how you start a goal. I am. Right? I am so excited and grateful to walk the stage as the newest platinum in secret on May 1st in Salt Lake City. Right? That is specific, it's measurable, attainable, it's realistic, and there's a deadline to it. First of all, I want to be in great shape. What does that look like? I want to be healthy this year. I mean, some people for their New Year's resolution, I want to be healthy. That's like, what does that mean? If we were to ask everybody in this room, what does being healthy look like, we'd get a bunch of different answers. Does that mean I have Diet Coke instead of regular Coke? Does that mean I should make the aspartame worse? I don't know, should I work out? Or maybe, it's like, so something is, I'm going to do this. For me, I want to share with you guys a couple things. I have a couple different goal planning worksheets. I set 2 to 3 major goals every year, no more. You should never set more than 2 to 3 major goals in any area of your life in a year because it's going to take a lot of you to go out there and achieve it. But every year, just after Christmas, before New Year's, I set my own goals. If I can get the Elmo, I think I should do this here. I want to show you guys some of my stuff. So when you get a personal goal, make it specific, make it measurable, put a time element attached. That's not the biggest button. He said the biggest button. Got it. All right, so you guys have this. What are some goals? Chad, what do we got some goals so far?
Gold and silver.
So,
Gold.
give me it in a goal form. Ryan Gomez, I feel so blessed and accomplished to be walking the stage on May 1st as Secret's newest diamond and six-figure income earner. That's a real goal. I'll give you a couple of things. This is the one for my physical health. I feel so confident and accomplished that I've lost 15 pounds of fat and gained 15 pounds of muscle by April 28, 2014. Very specific. Measurable, the time element attached to it, it's realistic. Right? I'm not like, I want to win Mr. Universe and be, whatever. It's realistic, right? Specific. Now, your benefits to achieving this goal. What are your benefits to achieve? What's going to make it worthwhile to accomplish? What are you going to get out of it? Right? What are the benefits to achieving or the loss of your reward? Now, your benefits are all of your rewards. Right? You want to write this down of what's going to give you the juice to go out there and get it done. What makes it worthwhile and valuable? Right? What are some of the benefits of hitting silver, hitting platinum, going out there and getting promoted to Royale, whatever it may be? What are some of the benefits that you're going to get out of it?
Drive your dream.
Drive your dream. Right? How's that going to feel? Right? Just being on track to being where you want to be in your life. What's that going to make you feel like? Right? Now from there, what are the possible obstacles? Now here's the best part. Right out of the gate, you know what your possible obstacles are in your own head. Right? I can see, for me, benefits. Feel full of energy when I wake up every day. Have the physical support system to carry out my other goals. Feel so confident in my physical appearance. Feel the accomplishment of seeing my discipline pay off and know I can do whatever I put my mind to. These are some of my benefits to be achieved from this particular goal. Now, what are some possible obstacles that you know of that always hold you back?
Apathy.
Apathy. That's kind of a big word for a lot of us. Right? Apathy is a natural human instinct common to us all, which consistently encourages us to find a comfort zone in which nothing ever changes. That's the definition of that. Right? All of us have this comfort zone where we just kind of seek out this homeostasis where nothing changes. And we get in this little bubble where nothing changes. That's apathy. But let's make it more simple than that. I'll tell you guys, how many of you guys, every night before you go to bed, plan your day before it begins? Liars. Just start there. The biggest reason why most people don't actually accomplish what they want for the day is they don't plan it out. First thing I put on every single one of my possible obstacles is not planning my day before it begins. That should be at the top of every one of your lists. Right? Planning your day before it begins is the number one thing that leads to success. Most people wake up and they think, man, I hope today's going to be successful. I wonder what's going to help me out today. Hope, it's like winning the lotto. Like, I hope today's going to be the day for me. And I can't figure out why it never is. Right? I found out successful people, they have the same 24 hours in a day that I have. People that make, Warren Buffett made $38 million a day last year. A day. $440 a second, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know he has the same 24 hours that we do? How the hell does that happen? Right? It's not that he goes out there and works harder. You can't work that hard. He's just more effective in the time that he has. Right? These people that you see in the front row, some of them don't even work as hard as some of the people sitting in the back. They just get more done with less time and effort. That planning is this thing that narrows your focus and makes you so effective in the time that you put in, where you can get more done in an hour than most people get done all day. Planning your day every day before it begins. What are some of the things that tend to hold you back from hitting your goal?
Distractions.
Distractions. Like what? Stress. Family. Health.
Fear.
Football season. Fear. Football season, if you're Ben. I'm so happy every time the Ravens and the Redskins don't make the Super Bowl because I know the East Coast will finally go back into work mode. Literally, every football season is just like production. Like, dear Lord Jesus, please let them both fail. May Joe Flacco break his leg next week. Oh, but seriously. Now think about it, right? Here's the thing. For every single possible obstacle that you have, you need to put a possible solution to it. If you can't find a solution to the possible obstacle, then you need to tear up that goal. And now that obstacle becomes the new goal. And you keep filling these pieces of papers out until you get down to as smallest as it can be. But this right here, not planning my day before it begins, my possible solution is setting an alarm on my phone every night to go off to plan my day. One of my possibilities, I just know me, is eating or drinking too much too late at night. Right? I just know that's one of my things. My possible solution is be non-negotiable and plan ahead. Right? So it's not something I'm hoping for. Motivation to go to the gym or run. Post pictures of myself from back when I was playing water polo, and then motivation pics all over my house and car. Right? People are like, dude, why do you have pictures of dudes' abs in your house? I'm like, bro, I got some big goals. Don't worry about it. Okay? Sometimes you gotta be a little weird, right? Here's the deal. You know what's really weird? Making 10 grand a week without working? That's weird. Most people don't do that. If you want to get what you've never gotten, you got to do what you've never done. Throwing it out there, right? Not staying accountable, right? Hire a personal trainer and tell my friends to keep me accountable. I put myself in situations where I can't get out of it, right? So every single possible obstacle that you know is coming your way, you find a possible solution. Let's go to specific action steps. These are the specific action steps required to go out there and help you hit your goal. Now, understanding your specific action steps, these are the few things that make the biggest difference. In everything in business, right, Jim Rohn calls it the Pareto principle. There's usually about a half dozen things that make 80% of the difference. For your good health, there's not 1,000 things you have to do every day to be successful. It's about a half dozen things. You get those right, it takes care of everything else. For your business, I can tell you there's a few things that make the biggest impact on your results. What are they? 2 a day. Well, think about it. How do we get paid in secret? What do we do here? What do we really do? At the end of the day, we get paid to move skincare products and recruit and train other people to move skincare products. That's it. So anything that you're doing that's not directly leading to that isn't one of those IPF activities. It's like reading my 10 pages. No, that's good. That's not one of the few things that makes the biggest difference. Right? Now, am I saying reading is bad? No, it's good. This right here is, right? And work with your support team. If you need help on what the specific things are, you need to work with someone on your support team. For me, I know it's plan every day before it begins. Target date is ongoing. Date reviewed daily. For me, it's gym. I need to go gym. I need to weight lift 3 times a week. Cardio 20 minutes 4 times a week. Every week. Number 4, I set myself high value activity. Meal plan every day and plan my cheat days. Right? Number 5, set up an accountability partner and a personal trainer. These are just my personal, right? I'm giving you my health goals. I'll tell you guys my secret goals. Secret goal is making $1 million this year. Hit Red Diamond. And my other goals are develop 10 ring earners in the organization, read the Bible cover to cover, get in the best shape of my life. So, what does math mean? Right? Read that one. Now, as you go through this, right, what you're looking for is a tracking method as well. How do you track it? Right? Personally, I have this awesome little thing, but every day, what I do is I look for, okay, how did I do? I review every day when I go to bed, how did I do on my goals today? And I just give myself a little grade. How did I do? Did I plan my day? Check. Did I accomplish what I needed to do for this day? Check. What you're looking for is about 70% effectiveness. If you can do these specific high payoff activities about 70% of the time, you will be in the top 1%, Paul J. Myers, the top 1% of all achievers in the entire country, globally. 70% effectiveness is what you're looking for. You're not looking for perfection. This is where I say so many people fall off the wagon, is when the bar is perfect, and if you're not perfect, it's like, well, screw it. And the reality is we're not perfect. I have bad days. I have them all the time. But when I have a bad day, I get back on it again. And then I keep out there. And I'm looking for about 70% good. You might start at 40%, but you mess up 60% of the time. But that's okay. Get it to 50%. Get it to 60%. Once you get to 70% effective in this goal setting process, you will be one of the most masterful achievers where you know you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Anything. Last but not least, who needs to know about this goal? First and foremost, I'd say your support team. You need to let your support team know. One of my support teams here for the gym is Mr. Adam Elhadge. You seen this guy? Look at him. Half the time I'm scared he's going to eat me when we work out. Looks like the Incredible Hulk. He calls me like every morning. I get a text. Do you even lift, bro? Right? That's the deal. So, who needs to know about this? Your support team. Who's going to hold you accountable? Yourself is one, but more important is somebody else. You need to have someone else hold you accountable, because when you have your bad days and you fall down, someone else needs to be there on their good day to help pick you back up. And vice versa. On your good days, you got to be there for them to pick them up. Don't leave today without finding someone that you two can hold each other accountable for your goals going into May. Don't leave today without having someone you can hold accountable with each other with. That's the most important thing. Does this goal support my values? Yes. With my time, affirmations, visualization. Guys, this is the important thing. From here, that's all the time I have for this short thing. I'm going to come back and talk about some other things in the future. But this goal planning worksheet, I'm happy that there's a couple of them in here. You never want to put more than 2 to 3 major goals for the year. And if you need help with any of this stuff, talk to someone in your support team. This right here, if you fill this out perfectly, and you fill this thing out with everything you got, and you spend some time on it, I've never seen anyone really put everything down on this that didn't hit their goal. Never. In 7 years and 30,000 people working with it. Everyone who's really done this has hit their goal. Does this make sense? Yeah. Awesome. With that, who am I bringing up? I'm just good. All right. With that, that's goal setting worksheet. If you got any questions, let me know. And we're going to have an amazing day today, yes? Yeah! All right, good.